So the base in the say they have to make sure that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia does not become a president. As simple like ABC. As simple. And one say, hey, the person Dr. Bawumia a president. That is the reason for the base. Be Asa. Because you want to work Canada Agyapong. Canada Agyapong to lead the base. So or NPP. And you are saying that Ghana for Mr. Otibosu, you are fed up with NPP and NDC. And if Canada Agyapong had won the flag bearership one, and Kaveka say, Ghana for bre NDC NPP. Never. I can't cast them no. You wouldn't go and form your own political party and as a movement called the base. I said, you're better, someone. What he said, boom. Etomasum, Alan Kyerematen say, yes, me, then call for boom. At least some of us, we saw something. You understand? You will be, Alan. And you're frustrated, Alan Kyerematen, and Kophobia, and almost sabotage Alan Kyerematen. Some of us, we saw it. Nana what that Rawlings. Oh, see, the party corruption, Ayama. It me free party nim Gusitano say Pepe pay any party nim it me jai. It makes sense to me. I'm not saying that the man is not making sense. That is his due. I have to respect it. But for me, I don't believe it.
I heard somebody talking 15 months. Has a very hospital been there for 15 months? We were there for 8 years. You didn't do it. Don't blink your eye. See, we are not doing politics. I'm speaking the truth. This is Ghana. Stop that. I was chairman. NDC started this. Why didn't you complete it? You were there for 8 years. You didn't complete it. When somebody comes for 15 months, then you have a problem. Please, give me a break.
I was saying, Wadaroma, where the Mamenchia na memo kwa bamfa embra round the G report so. Mesre, still bella ki video na mame share. Nisitiru pan for adventure brahini na yeshuya de na ene. Frempon Ziega or the ensembia tuja. Ya wapa Kennedy akompre kunho Agyapong wapa na hontuma papa wana mobia O2 said the beya Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia say ono na etu franka de amamoyokuo no onni wo mampani e wo Ghana ha da enu nti e na ya memenefia say Kennedy Agyapong wanya menase probidia NPP dede a woye ene wogu NPP ani mu ase said obenya nanka NPP akọ opposition ni ade ne nyina no eye Bawumia ho tantra se wonuma kwa abato so pa na wantimi ani nkunim na Bawumia na de nkunim de ene obe na afemu de aboa se de be ya MP bekoso atena opposition sa enkogo de enka bekogona enkogo pa de enka bekokona na nne binim bebre no anipa bebre no ado manu ato mo kire ses ohwe sisi Kennedy na namo a wotuo no enye fe embo amonyokuo se politician na obeye kan nyina magana fo nyina hu nyina no na NPP oso nkokoro kwa amonyokuo ena ya o Kennedy ifisenya wonko ane Ken awo Ghana ha nanso so ene yakase Ken a waba beje edi kan ni nyina ede aboso nanso so NPP na ya wosa ade nene wadane wachidi akira amonyokuo no ase enema ahodo amode bo amonyokuo no ho bra no wo de womfa nya adwuma na nsenya okokan se mo ba ban mu 8 years afari hospital manfa monsa nka ba akokora se wonso so na wo ye chairman ede ma ekuo no a anase abojokuo a wo mo ene ye in charge of some military hospital wo na ye chairman abribia wo mo kokoye bibi ni adada wo na wo sign wo endorse wo ya we pa na so begu party na ni mase no nipa bebre no abeto mo no go so keka bi kire wa ya entwe na nefrem Ziega wa bibie ni ma bebre so party through for the base ya wo mo ti ade achi ade esa wo mo epe nipa so na wo mo pe nipa ka ho ni ade ni nyina no do omu nyina ye MPP fo nko a pise NDC amonyokuo fo omu nya omu NDC ho ma medi the base achida eye MPP fo no no mo ka omu ho boma no mo ewi adom no ase de be ya MPP be koso atena opposition te ya agenda ena Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong wasete if it says Kennedy the radio station in the TV stations no omo mfanye MPP adwuma bio da bi bibie koso bia no omo edeye ye hono ye nye campaign ma Bawumia Kennedy na ne every ni station wokuma sikosi nkran ne ho ahwan sesi ye hono ye nye campaign ma Bawumia bi mu because sesi no omo kire se Kennedy ne omo se call flag bearer yin wan we ne de na so sesi wate ne ho a sesi de base no wasum a oye de ono so champion ye nkonye ko tie Frempon Ziega ya wa baba ni ma bia no so de amaye no Wadaroma like video no ma me mesre wa
Papa we say your friend Dr. George Otibonsu and as I say me na mo ka say wa kwakofa political party abara say movement aba your friend the base I'm told that Ejako also has the base amantokwa aba elia there. This man ekokoye work e Kumasi. Ejako didn't call for water to stop them because the base no so say Ejako ese one that they buy papa we so one that they buy enti akwa into aswa kopie court ni ade. So Ejako's one is the base Ghana first, and the papa we so the base movement. Okay, Ghana movement. So that is that. All right. So Dr. Oti Ebonsunie over the weekend no obokokoye work e Kumasi. And then political party be start here e start Kumasi. Say the party NPP ni na nebuofu e Kumasi. Say oye NDC ni na nebuofu e Kumasi. Go Kumasi ne center. Oye NDC ni a mame find a way for my political party to speak with me na me ko say NPP for vote e wa Ashanti region. Oye NPP ni so a mame man confirm say me buofu NPP for na me organa na me say NPP. Oh, everybody want to start from Kumasi. So that is that. All right, so this is Mr. Augustus Oboadum Guzitano. All right, Guzitano is the chief executive officer at the 24-hour economy. Dr. Yawobeda Asamoah is a former foreign affairs minister and a former chairman at the National Democratic Congress. This is Kwabena Agye Bambata. All right, he's from the political party called NRP. Okay, so that is that. This is Nana Konadu Rawlings and the former first lady, the late Nana Konadu Rawlings, and of course Alan Kojo Kyerematen. We're going to talk about this. I mean, 6 personalities. So be with me. All right, so this is Mr. Otibonsu. Mr. Otibonsu are forming a movement called the basement. So the base Ghana movement. All right, so over the weekend no Oboko Kumasi Ekokoye work. Let's watch some of the photos and the videos of the base Ghana Fest. All right, the base Ghana Fest. Let's watch some of the photos and the videos, please. No, put it here for me. Put it here, don't here. Put it here for me. Bring it here, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Yak. All right, so this is the base. Aye Kumasi. All the crowd. The base movement. All right, yes. You need a man, a mantia. Almost say, almost joining the base. New movement. New political party or movement. The base. Oh, Kumasi. Yes, this is the base. Ushababa in Agyapong. Yes. I don't know exactly place. Can see be boss or honey the base. Our t-shirt and a dorsey, it be a white, it be a yellow, it be a black, it be a red. So the base. Okay, so that is that. The base. All right, I'll show you the Ashanti regional office. Blah 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 blah. The base. All right. So let's go back to the previous photos. Now, menka asemi fanchamo. Let's go back to yes, the base. Okay, I see the base movement. Okay, all right. Echo. I can make a DVD achamo. The base movement. We so exactly and so we say talk question. Almost start to do baby and talk question. Okay, so let's start the journey quickly. All right. Papa will say what I will tell you. Men come from no, but meka the crema. Sa papa will say Agye New Patriotic Party or no one cancer beka. The reason why we Agye New Patriotic Party to form different political party as a movement or the economy. But when ayo ura Guzitano is an NDC person who hold you a lot of positions at our National Democratic Congress from 1983 when we called democratic rule in the Fourth Republic. Yes, Party of Fourth Republic in 1993 when Rawlings was the president. Guzitano served a lot of board, so chief executive, so any idea. So Papa President Rawlings called 1996 no. Papa 2000, let's just say President Rawlings and Yadwo. So this man was preparing himself to take over from President Rawlings. He was preparing to take over from President Rawlings. Everybody thought that Guzitano would be the next president or the next flag bearer at the National Democratic Congress because the people who were behind Guzitano, not only prepare Amanababe president, were the movers and shakers of National Democratic Congress at that time. And Dr. Yawobeda Asamoah no kaho, a former deputy defense minister, apart this year, Tony Edu no okaho bi Dr. Kojo Chikata, the Captain Kojo Chikata, these were the people that moved the National Democratic Congress at that time. So they were preparing Owura Guzitano to take over from your friend say Rawlings. Mr. Tano was from Gomua, Central Region. So that is that. But something happened when Mr. Guzitano, if we say Oma prepare the books, the BBA, Oma corruption, and men who the BBO baby, a pepe, Okofa contract, no official suspect, BBA, about the trapper, on Primbound, any idea he was holding some values, values of National Democratic Congress, probity and accountability. So he was ready for the flag bearership. No, so that is that. But in 1998, the National Democratic Congress went to Congress and swear drew. So Swedro, they were there. Swedro, there was to do something to open the floor for people to contest and all that. Then President Rawlings, Epeja, the Vice President, and Sir Ora Atamels, Opeja and Son was say, Seminuwa, the next day, this is our flag bearer. So he endorsed Atamels and said that Atamels should be our flag bearer. Mutie. Atame should be our flag bearer. That was 1998. The same 1998, and amended the National Democratic Congress Constitution, and Article 6 of the Constitution, the show was say Jerry John Rawlings is the founder of the party. So after they have done that, then he raised Atame say me few the year 2000. Atame should contest on the ticket of National Democratic Congress, our next flag bearer. So it means that now my papa will say new dreams in Ashata and order. So that is that. 80 Yako the year 1999 into 2000. Guzitano realized that Enoma Ankoye, so he resigned from National Democratic Congress. Now let's go and read the reason why Guzitano resigned from National Democratic Congress or resigned from National Democratic Congress and or on Wakasa the political party. So let's see Guzitano's picture, please. Let's see Guzitano's solo picture. All right, so this is Mr. Guzitano. Ayeka, please put it here for me. When I asked you to put it on TV, then you put it on TV. So we are Guzitano. So Guzitano resigned and formed his own political party called the National Reform Party, NRP, the National Reform Party, that they need to reform the National Democratic Congress or form one party and contested in the year 2000 election. But Guzitano told the whole world the reason why he resigned from National Democratic Congress. What Owura Guzitano what Owura Guzitano said. Be with me, please. You don't have time today. So this is 6 October 2000. Mr. Guzitano on a Ghana News Agency, the Edinkomo. So the Ghana News Agency, credit to them, they brought this out. Say, Mr. Tano, presidential candidate of the National Reform Party, has said at a while that he broke away from the NDC to form NRP because the NDC is not transparent and accountable to the people. So this is what Owura Guzitano said, that NDC are mere probity and accountability. The NDC is not transparent and accountable to the people. Remember, say on the starting side, say obi person president as any paro or ko bebia one of civil society organizations, no afa professionals, wafa bia teachers, public servants, ni organize omo na wakana niso aduhunu e de achiro. So one of the forums or cancer we say it was a National Democratic Congress and yet transparent and accountable to the people. In fact, Kyerematen say there's a mass corruption in National Democratic Congress. That's the reason why or person free party not a party for the party Ghana for to be Agye. So at least he gave us the reason why he left the National Democratic Congress. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so this is a Guzitano. Now, when you Dr. Yao Obed Asamoah, Dr. Yao Obed Asamoah was supposed to, you or not, or can't conform or move Guzitano to become a president. You know? So when Guzitano left the NDC, people thought, say, okay, Bia, Obed Asamoah, they will also leave the National Democratic Congress. But Yao Obed Asamoah, as a founder and as a co-founder of National Democratic Congress, did not leave NDC. Why he did not leave the NDC? Because at that time he played smart. He realized that okay, so Rawlings Apeja Maha Atames as a flag bearer. Atames will definitely look for a running mate. So I'm preparing myself. So he started lobbying and doing things to become Atames running mate. On and on and on and on. So he did a lot of works. Kofo Escupie Babonti say, oh, Atameos and Dr. Yao Obed Asamoah, the Foreign Affairs Minister, or no, take it and a National Democratic Congress for Ebabe Yusu in the year 2000 elections. But here we are in the year 2000, Atames Konemu the rally meeting, who are Kofa Ura Martin Amidu. Martin Amidu was that time as an Attorney General then. Yes, Attorney General and or Raisia Babaye, the special prosecutor. So Martin Abidu, your boy Martin Abidu, you know, Ora Obed Asamoah was not all that happy. Honestly speaking, if you read books, he wasn't happy at all. And Emmanuel Babaye Agye say, I said, okay, now we are going to new era. Say President Mercy a new election now. I don't know whether I will get a position to serve in the party, and I say many position and many position and blah 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 blah. Around Obed Asamoah, the running mate no so ebon. So that is that. And he was remember that he was also not happy with the Swedro declaration. What happened in the Swedro declaration? Okay, so was Atameos and Martin Abidu take it? And nobody called the year 2000 election and National Democratic Congress. NDC Lucy. So NDC Lucy election, no, that's the December 2000 election. Yet Trabana twice, the first one and the second one. J4 was not able to go beyond the threshold. And I say the point is so when and son went to me win election, the 50+1 vote, you know, went to me and a second round, then the other political parties joined the NPP and they won the election at expense of National Democratic Congress. So in December 28th, at the Kotu Abana NPP won. Now your two Abani no, they said their party be a and National Democratic Congress for set up a committee to investigate why they lost the election and come out with recommendations. So this is what happened. So this is what happened, and we the Graphic Corporation for credit to the Graphic Corporation for when the Graphic Corporation for spoke with Dr. Obed Asamoah and some of the findings say Babontino about the Babontino and Suya Tapia Yadi Jumasisia. So this is what the Graphic Corporation reported. Also, so in March 2001, the National Democratic Congress put it on the TV for me. So in March 2001, the National Executive Committee NEC of the National Democratic Congress chose Dr. Asamoah to head a committee that sought to revamp the party following their 2000 election defeat as part of his commendation as 2000 defeat. Okay, as part of his recommendations, Dr. Asamoah wanted the founder and the leader position that chairman Rawlings held be scrapped, and its place Rawlings will be one of many founders. Okay, so that is that. JTN, Dr. Obed Asamoah, the recommendation of the National Democratic Congress, they say in 1998, you know, and NDC for core Congress, you know, and almost a Sabo Constitution, you know, and a President Rawlings Bayer, the founder of the party. If you read the Article 6 of NDC Constitution, and my President Rawlings Bayer, the founder of the party. So Obed Asamoah was not happy in the 2008. So when he got the opportunity to lead the NEC, committee need to investigate and come out with the recommendations. No, and what we say, sir, positioning Agyeman. Chairman Rawlings at that time, President Rawlings at that time, as a founder and the leader position, should be scrapped. As I said, Rawlings seemed to be there because Obeda Asamoah has already granted an interview with Joy. There was a time because who said Obeda Asamoah left the party and President Mills Ebayeno and through President Mahama brought Obeda Asamoah back to the party in 2011. So when Obeda Asamoah came back to the party, he granted an interview with Joy and Walker said, Rawlings the former NDC. He and some people formed NDC. Time almost former NDC no. Now Rawlings was a military man. That I don't want it you obey me to be idea by the founders of National Democratic Congress in the various constituencies and districts. Those who toiled for the party, their names are there, the founders are there. So Rawlings is not the founder of the party. So he said it is hard you know. It was the same we say yes scrap sa edino article 6 no yenkoyi SMFU. And before that no Obeka say National Democratic Congress say Yekasa we a party chairman, we a co-chairman with President Rawlings because he's the founder and the flag bearer, and that's whatever he's the founder. It will be a co-chairman with the founder. It was the question we say, sa co-founder no omuni free a honum na embebe nipo be a chairman or no kwana any chairman. Okay, so let's continue. He was also against Rawlings' desire to have the chairmanship position be co-chaired as it was before, arguing that a stronger chairmanship was better than inherent weakness in two people captaining a ship. Obed wanted that position to be chaired by one person. In short, as he told the daily graphic. So this is the daily graphic for a year of the buy. He wanted all leadership. Mami scrolling on Kosro Kakra. Okay. She said he wanted all leadership positions in the party to be filled through democratic elections. And Osaka said party no yet we mo be ko on the post. He said Rawlings ko peja atame sensa na ye call yes ye call congressman ko for contest no mami anya ne say to say she we say party ni kwase mo obi ko on the post. In fact some recommendation we say by no Rawlings say nianje. But some of the party faithfuls were happy because they thought that within the party, this man, Obed Asamoah, are breaking the culture of silence within the National Democratic Congress. Because these were some of the things that na NDC for the bistro so Obeka wasem. And Obed Asamoah can't say, a boy or contesting the 2001 as a chairman or contesting or winning part as a chairman 2001. So the 2001 he became a solely chairman. The recommendation come. NDC for with the exception of scrapping President Rawlings' name as the founder of the party in Article 6. Okay, so we say no recommendation Emmanuel be short enemy to President Rawlings. Bring your better Asamoah photo. Obey short enemies to President Rawlings at that time. It's your co-election 2004. NDC lost the election 2004 as a party chairman. You understand? It's the NDC Luciano. Na say NDC sabe ko the following year after the election. NDC sako another say executive elections. So when they went there was a clash, and we are told that Rawlings, if you read Dr. Obed Samuel's book, na count and say they were terrorized. Mr. Terrorized. Say terrorized. John Telly. So they were terrorized, beaten, and all that. And Kofor normal support to Obed Asamoah. They were beaten, and some of them had to run. The second vice chairman ran away, and Madam Francis Esiam ran away, or to Tongue Koforudia baby and son and Kofor. Papa will say, and your general Sebin Ketia, and the funny finish city so I did Johnny and Komo Bunukuno. Rawlings in for the Bunukuno. I'm telling you. So he left the place and lost the election as a party, or contested VC and Toswaba and Madam Chairman. He lost the election to Dr. Kwabneje heavily. So Dr. Kwabneje was a President Rawlings candidate. Dr. Kwabneje, Yamefa the Crazy in Konya Terminator. Okay, so that is that. And no maybe Papa will say the near John Tabani terrorize hooliganism near the and no strike me to leave the party and form his own political party called the DFP. But term of former DFP, he says something, the reason why he left National Democratic Congress. Let's read for the second time. Let's read why Obeda Asamoah left National Democratic Congress. Let's read it. Okay, so I'll say, because several inconsistent interpretations are being put. We say that that's the time or this statement about the essence of the statement, and the can say because several inconsistent interpretations are being put on my silence since the recent Congress of the National Democratic Congress, and in order to prevent self-appointed spokesmen making statements on my behalf, I have thought it necessary to issue this statement to clear the air. I wish to state that events at the Congress and subsequent there to show the intention of my opponent is to drive me out of the NDC. It is obvious that I will remain within the NDC only at the risk of my life, and that is not desirable. On person say, "The see of Congress na say, oh, koferu dia di na no, ne kofo bi pese, ono Obeda Asamoah free NDC nti, and omo ye sade no. It is what na NDC a, eke ono ankasa na risk and all risky." Okay, one of the characteristics of the democratic organization is the capacity to manage opposing views through dialogue, compromise, and respect for established procedures. Or say, characteristics bakwa yede every the political party and say obe respect obi view. So be no nyadwena still you still have to respect the party view. Within the NDC, as of now, dissent, particularly against certain personalities, is considered as treacherous to the dealt with by violence and hooliganism. What say NDC at that time no na ababe bibia ho etukra sem kwa na omafri sa de na NDC na no munim no omafri. Let's continue with another the account. Okay, let's continue with another account. He said the NDC claim of being accountable is untrue, because it has now become the property of only a few. Okay, this one is for Mr. Guzitano said this one. Yes, I was looking for this one. Mr. Guzitano said this one. Okay, is it Guzitano? Okay, so let's move on. No problem. We have finished with Guzitano. Let's move on. Okay, this coming from Dr. Obeda Asamoah. It is obvious that I do not share in those methods. I therefore no longer can associate myself with an organization employing such methods. There is the need to raise the level of political debate in the country from personal attacks, physical or verbal, threat or political vendetta, character assassination, lies and vulgar abuse, to the consideration of values, issues, principles, and more specifically what concerns the people the most in their everyday lives. I accordingly intend to remain engaged in the politics of Ghana for the purpose. Dr. Obeda Asamoah was telling us the reason why he left the National Democratic Congress. In fact, what can so he has shown us the reason why he left the National Democratic Congress. Yes, he has shown us the reason why he left the National Democratic Congress. Yes, so that is that. He left the National Democratic Congress. Wakache at the culture Ujai National Democratic Congress says, "What no more and Konwan Kasana life and it will be at risk." And the ultimate nyai politics. It is the ultimate nyai politics. There, the ultimate opposing your friend is a political party, or also ultimately remaining our National Democratic Congress. So better a sort of form on one party, which is Democratic Freedom Party. He formed in 2006. Okay, so this is Kwabena J. Bambata. I'm telling you, Obi Bia or what I say Biano, and me Kanama Cash, we say at the control of Jamo political party, echo form new one. A pass to move at the Ayeka. It's a car baby see Ora, Dr. Uti Bosuso. Okay, so this is Kwabena J. Bambata. Okay, so I apparently we say now or pre-organizer. Agyapong National Democratic New Patriotic Party and Ashanti region. But at that time, no, Obeka said in 2004, now NPP muachi too. near Okofo fashion and a Akufo-Addo fashion. And President Akufo was in power. It's a Korea election be an Akufo definitely unbearing any idea. So Bambata belonged to Akufo-Addo's fashion. It's your book or Abano or Rivoli in Kumasi, or book or about Rivoli in Kumasi. And no baby could so Mr. Isibuati a gun for chairmanship. Obokaso kodu kromu koto abani ade yesisi no eni ade de sika ebe wewramu eni ade a o man nwene se 7 prediasan waboa party no asante mantem on and on because Isibuati belonged to Akufo-Addo at that time. It will be bia o contested and now align yourself with Akufo-Addo at that time. No, that people did not win. And President Kofo nane win here. And a President Kofo no win here now. Obi also support for Alan Kyerematen at that time because they had the promise to go in 2007. So they had the also Agye we say they started. So yes, we dear from said started the way back. So that is that. So this man was peeved. He was not happy. What happened at Rivoli? It was by the following year, and he formed his own political party to contest NPP in Ashanti region. Papa so trouble say the near didn't always cast. So the first one, Mr. Isibuati saw everything, and he sent their T-shirt, their everything to the then Vice President Ali Mahama. The Ali Mahama showed it to President Kofo, and President Kofo delegated Agyapong and the former Chief Justice Kojo Mpiani to come to Kojo Mpiani. So Omomra Kumase na Omone Abranti Wesi Mbekasa. So they came and asked him, Chale, we NPP ni. Don't do that. Party na fena about power. Your second term ni yeko. Ye pesi atoto no mana party no. Yes, I winning for the third term. We yes, I didn't know de e kasa no abo and ye didn't sika edemano. And that ujai a chidi. Omona ne kasa ujai chidi. It's yebeko 2008 elections no. And was started be sakofa party the by NPP ignore him. They gave Nana Akufo-Addo say Papa no was started be mo, but Akufo-Addo did not pay attention to him. He left him and Jobe because you were me side. Argentina were side. Then no sako from another political party. So NPP left him and Dr. The late Yamwaponko Munina joining Babata. Okay, so your co-election, the second round, no. NDC did not win the first round. NPP won the first one, but a course second round, no. And Abranti will say the Ekokoma National Democratic Congress. It's a really no, and our time yesterday no call ECG board so but he told us the reason why he left the party. He left NPP because official what happened in Kumasi Rivoli time na omoko akotro abano yes see no ye the sika begu they bought his own people no so beto about the man at least he told us why he left the party. So that is that. Okay, so let's move on. Who's next? Nana Konadu Rawlings. Okay, so Nana Konadu Rawlings is the former first lady from 1979, Yebeto Aba, 1981, and he became the first lady of forming a political movement, 31st December movement, where Jinama coup military junta and lead embassy democratic rule. Nana or your first lady, the near din Ubia person to say Nana Konadu Rawlings. Okay, so Nana Konadu Rawlings was the first lady until say President Rawlings in the 10th one the 10th one we know. What kind of Professor Kwame now for a book now? This woman wanted to contest president. He wanted to take over from his husband, but there were some talks be and will drop your fairness and ambition. All right. 80 year by a nimno, you bet to 2009, and Nana Konadu Rawlings contested as a vice chairman at the National Democratic Congress. Or by a vice chairman, year by a nimno. No, if said no, be try our party. For example, NDC almost system is different from NPP system. The NDC sometimes in parliament, the party take decision in the parliament, not even the presidency. The party has the power. There was some changes. If you require son, the party are deeply involved. So there were changes to be a by parliament. Baby, yes, as a majority leader, a command position be, and then no be a cocoa caution. Manu we say wasn't happy at all. And aside that, at that time, office ye didn't come Oh, that time that babies with the sharp teeth in the Abba, they were insulting his her husband, and he wasn't happy. So he became the first vice chairman in 2009. So 2011, 2 years, and or resigning as a first vice chairman in 2011. And what this statement about Bonte say, what Ghana fosu cause do within the NDC, and the people who are not NDC people say uncontested President Mills. That President Mills was a president. That na NDC for be sa kwaye koto abafo for ti baby ese kokoye popular acclamation because was a president. Nikwasi ma obi a contest a certain president. This country require experience be that democratically it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense politically. Say a certain president a be or another chance. So besa a contest bureau sa nipa no umama obi a contest no, but another Agyeman Rawlings defied everything. They say the NDC people should be bold and reject Atamil's first term not on Babe flag bearer. So there was a competition and as a contest I was Sunyai Coronation Park. When they went there, Agyeman Rawlings was not able to pull even 20%. So Atamil's won last line. You understand? And then Agyeman Rawlings wasn't happy and a free party, so he resigned from the party and on one kasakwati in the political party, called National Democratic Party. Okay, so she gave us the reason why Omo Weja party. One was say Nikru Omo Munukru Omo the Democratem, and there were a lot of corruption and were NDC at that time. And was the NDC for a shifting away, also must shifting away from the core values of National Democratic Congress, which is the probity and accountability. So it cannot belong to such a political party. It is so conforming for and conforming NDP. So Agyeman Rawlings gave us some reasons why he left the National Democratic Congress. Okay, so who else? Let's move on. Okay, so this is Kojo Alan Kyerematen, chief. Alan Kyerematen was a high commissioner, a Ghana high commissioner. US became a trade minister for first time, and then Kufuor at the time was a trade minister for 8 good years. The final year he resigned to form his own political party. Oh no. Remember in 2008, Alan Kyerematen resigned from the New Patriotic Party, but talks were done and he was brought back to the party. And 2024, he resigned again, that he cannot be with the party, 2023 or 2024. But Alan Kyerematen told us why he resigned from the party. We are say, you are saying that either it makes sense or not. So let's watch why Alan Kyerematen left the National New Patriotic Party. Alan Kyerematen left the New Patriotic Party. Okay, can you come down from Kakramani? Okay, he said, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I say, unfair treatment and intimidation. He stated that the party superdelegate conference was rigged to favor one candidate. He also highlighted the hostility, fiscal assault and brutality directed at his campaign team and supporters. Alan Kyerematen say, I am for Mr. Wena Fatu TV no sumame because in the union kete pa. Alan Kyerematen say, superdelegate conference na NPP for kokoye na unse NPP for mrabi say si ekokoto abane se omo contest no, they are more than 5. As I say, you're quite super delegate conference, you be free neck canipa 5. And what's the size super delegate conference, no? NPP for every day, super delegate conference, no? Powers at the man, one candidate, and after brutality, a bro, and the physical attack, and confoy your boom, your bone campaign team in the supporters. And then one factor, DJ. Okay, another factor is a hijacked leadership. He claimed that the NPP had abandoned the core values of its founding fathers and was hijacked by a select group of leaders. Or just say NDC, NPP, no, and Kofubi at your party na boso, or match your party na boso, or mon pese ubia the party, no, leadership, no, the Bia. The winner takes all system. He left to break the political duopoly of the NPP and the ruling opposition, aiming to establish an inclusive government of national unity. Was saying winner takes all on pay it will percent or breaking the NDC and NPP economy so ma dominate Ghana your fathers your politics no na ono no ba no be government government of national unity o fa we say NPP no NDC no betimi do aba na ye ni na ne enwe no my Ghana desire for economic transformation. He wanted to implement this great transformation plan to solve rising youth employment and shift focus to a private sector growth. So like Kyerematen say or plan power transformation plan to solve rising youth say and all that. So at least Alan was able to tell us what I say in the question and the cray Sasa no money saying so, but he told us the reason why Alan Kyerematen Akawia say yes, this is the reason why he left the National New Patriotic Party. Okay, so let's see them. Okay, so that's it. Now comes Owura Otibonsu. George Otibonsu was a New Patriotic Party but no hold the position here. Were you close confidant at the man a compare Agyapong. All right. Ena was I financier at the man compare Agyapong the campaign. Na ya koto abanwe no 2006 time NPP for call presidential primaries na a compare kwentime ni kunim na. What is it? What did the base aba? To see the DKE pictures na edit them. Now I don't know. I have told you why Guzitano left NDC, why Asamoah left NDC, they came back. Guzitano is back. Bambata left the New Patriotic Party. Nana Konadu Rawlings left the NDC, and Alan Kyerematen left the NDC. Now, they both video be the actual. No matter the reason why this man, Ayeka say at the country with Jai National New Patriotic Party. Let's watch this video and I come back.
Yeah, I know because I don't know to go. We are politicians. But the fine Ghana airport, you want to say, when I book in Japan, one the Bible song. Hey, Jamiasem. Now, I'm ready to swap. Go where to do. NPP, I bet you a man so 16 good years. And this is Swaba. Atamis can say they were sitting them. So what system was Ghana, Emma Wabu. Sanka Wabutra. Oh, yeah, it may be a Yabiano. What you do pay strip? Akotoka. What you do pay strip? Akotofi. Ghana, we had more bank of one, what you do pay strip at car. I'll take you. And see your country. Mundian soup. I used to be some enemy part. The base. Country, yeah, business, Dubai,
okay, so that is that. What Tibo to say, on one who say is fed up with NDC and NPP. Ghana for a fed up with NPP and NDC. Say we need a new movement that will break the duopoly of NDC and NPP. Any idea? It's the only reason. What did the New Patriotic Party? Echo form a new party called the Base, and they say Ghana for Abre NDC NPP. No, Abre NDC NPP. I say Ghana called the new any idea. Any other credit? The reason I make us answer any credit say I don't. Person make us say a penny, but I don't want to believe this. Honestly speaking, because one. He said that Owura Canada Japan. Obi bisare say Canada Japan be ban na say bredi so abobehu. Bredi so abobehu. And he had already said it somewhere that Owura Canada Japan is part of the base. 10 So he's telling us that Ghana for we are fed up with NPP NDC. The reason why I don't want to associate myself and I say me person me did your Canada papa they say if Canada Japan had won the flag bearership now me not sure so Quebec say well Ghana for Abre NDC NPP. I'm telling you say Canada Japan we need flag bearer no papa we go kwati the base da enye no credit second de Japan we dia and kon ka kire say Ghana for abre NPP NDC. As simple like ABCD, the agenda is still hamper pain, and it has a score to settle with Samira Bawumia because the family of Samira Bawumia and any Oro Tibosu had the issue. Na Yakobu Bunedai, I don't know whether it's been compensated or not, but what I know is that she has a problem with Samira Bawumia. So the base in the say they have to make sure that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia does not become a president. As simple like ABC. As simple. And one say, hey, the person Dr. Bawumia a president. That is the reason for the base. Be Obium Asa. Because you want to work in Japan. Canada Japan to lead the base. So or NPP, and you are saying that Ghana for and Mr. Tibosu, you are fed up with NPP and NDC. And if Canada Japan had won the flag bearership one, and Kabeka say Ghana for bre NDC NPP never. I can't cast them no. I can you wouldn't go and form your own political party and as a movement called the base. I said, "Ya obey Asamoah." What he said, "Ya boom." Etomasum Kyerematen say, "Yes, me." Then call for ya boom. At least some of us we saw something. You understand? Ya who be? Ya who be Alan? And ya frustrated Kyerematen. And conphobia no almost sabotage Kyerematen. Some of us we saw it. Nana brother Agyeman. So see the party corruption. Ayama. It me free party nim Guzitano say Pepe pay me party nim it me jai. It makes sense to me. I'm not saying that the man is not making sense. That is his due. I have to respect it. But for me, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's Ghana for bre NDC NPP. Let me tell you something. No political party in this country, apart from NDC and NPP, the next 50 years ahead of us can win election in this country. I'm telling you. I see it is pursued. A political party that can meet as a third force to wrest power from NDC and NPP. Nenya my Obia so ya aware say Obia to take party money will win election and what this country in the next 50 years ahead of us. And the information of elections in this country, from 1992 by NDC NPP, and they keep growing. These two political parties keep growing. Nobody can form a party to say, but Obia form a party. The idea to disturb the party no free movement. Nana Rawlings' agenda was to make sure that John Mahama did not become a president again. That's all. That's why I said that sometimes, that was the agenda. Obeda someone knew perfectly well that look, his popularity at that time dropped because Dr. Kwabreje beat him overwhelmingly. So the popularity, but he wanted to form something to bring some of the NDC people to disturb NDC. As simple. Guzitano forming he was the Guzitano I can only make me okay, that's fine. So you thought that I would be getting the support. I went to me and that support. You understand? Most of the people they form the political party to make sure that there are some people political party no move through mobile does not become a ruling government again. As simple like ABC. That is what the base stand for. That is what the base stand for. And standing for BPI to make sure that Dr. Bawumia does not become a president. Finito. Yes, but there's something that and can be person okay. So let's see Ralph Agyapong quickly. Yes, this is Ralph Agyapong. Lawyer Ralph Agyapong is brother to Ora Kennedy or Hine Japan. What did come on our OKFM over the weekend, and what they are to just say, Ora Kennedy Japan, what giant NPP? What's what giant NPP long time? We're free NPP, but you say Kennedy Japan is still with the NPP, just that time. NPP for set up a discipline committee for him to appear before the discipline committee because some officials are can say be any. So Canada Japan is currently battling a disciplinary issues our NPP. But asem ne ba no owura fa Japan abiatia say nua no we jai NPP. Let's watch this audio and come back then close. Watch it. Watch it.
Yemfa yewa kere dia kompre kwa Japan yemfa ne mra disciplinary committee ama ampa o ma refer to disciplinary committee na enu achi de hu video bi a eni pa bi boys bi so come on go ekwa bi ni afro ne ade ade die echagui eto say
Kasman 92.9 Asidankwa.
Idie
the big ones are one big one.
Canada Japan NPP.
Yes, so that is that. Okay, time so he said that Canada Japan NPP, but they can't catch them on the morning show several times. Say Canada Japan is not coming back to the party, so the NPP have to brace themselves for that. He's not coming back to the party. Say it will take only miracle or some people that Canada Japan ferry or more power for him to stay in the party. He wouldn't come back to the party. So my advice to new patriotic party is say, one, it is better they rather suspend the man or sack him than so on kasabeka so. If you issue statements so on that would be more dangerous for new patriotic party than so on beka say uncle. That is one. And two, over Canada Japan, I think that as for this one too, for me, I saw Sergeant Hutu. I know that is gone. It is so no binam was signed or no the number was signed. And you're very, very dangerous than on your or some sign cry. That is that. So where Canada Japan? This is the reason why I'm saying that it needs to be very careful. Let's see the two Canada Japans and come back. Now, Yempons is here. All right, so where the Canada Japan, the businessman, and we work at the Japan. All right, tell my Ninano from the 2099 and 98, 99 urban Ninano. You didn't know Ora Canada Japan in this country. No, be any no, you're popular. Nobody knew Ora Canada Japan. It you cut the word Canada Japan, the noun Canada Japan. It was about this man. Because that time Ghana football, your league, was vibrant and enterprise. So Kotokone has, baby, you dear for a commentary near dear. So this Canada Japan was vice to Herbert Mensah, Mr. Herbert Mensah. At that time, and then revived the euphoria of Ghana football, revived Asante Kotokone and all that. So Canada Japan, Interplus was this man. Canada was ne Japan, Canada Japan, Canada na Japan, Canada Japan, Canada Japan, this man. And this man became popular. Nobody knew him because of Asante Kotoko. So upon Herbert Mensah Asamoah Kaditia, Papa Reninano, still this man is still following Asante Kotoko. Because Kotoko had to travel and over here presidential jet. So Herbert Mensah was out of the country. This man went to President Kofosi here jet near. When he went there, they said that Herbert Mensah ban on one Kasakoy or Koy no Kakachom say, oh, yeah, jet no so. They said Canada Japan by a catch and a same team from I always say, the who is Canada Japan? That is what Herbert Mensah said. And to Papa the buff in the but it's still Kotoko supporter. You understand? And to another time, no, and then you Canada Japan to 2004 happening now until there's a year. Issue the buyer. Mr. Kennedy was in Japan started coming out to speak. The outspoken started saying about men's premier dear and the yeah. Still, we are still hearing Canada Japan. And to confirm Canada Japan be a dear official we say and acquire politics no. But when Canada Japan came to the limelight because of NPP. I'm not talking about his money. Some people the money yes, I don't know because I knew say he was a rich man before joining New Patriotic Party. Was an industrious and enterprise person before joining the New Patriotic Party. But if you leave the New Patriotic Party, why you fail to the party? Because it didn't Canada Japan in Inano, or only Canada Japan or shadow this Canada Japan. It's because of New Patriotic Party. It's because of NPP. So please, Papa, Sergeant Wubium, I'm telling you, that's what I can say. Sergeant Wubium, it is very, very crucial. I know, say, hey, you are DBF, say, I don't know why you want to leave the party. After that, I mean, the reason why also intimidating Kofobi near Dumania, there are people too, they wouldn't leave the party. So, as for this one day, your name Canada Japan became a household name, not because of your business, not because you are sitting in parliament, because of New Patriotic Party. And the NPP made you a member of parliament for 20 years. So please think about this. Thank you very much. Bibiano. There's a one person, the person Denis Asamoah